Good morning, students. Daffodils Concept School, ICSC. Today we are here for the debate on a trending topic, a very hot topic that's shaking the internet, newspapers, the TV channels, everywhere. And that is about the resignation of our HRD Minister, Sri Dharmendra Pradhan. And today let us discuss how the NEET 2026 paper leak has affected the ministry. And our topic today is, will the Union HRD Minister's resignation solve this problem? That is, the children are affected. Over around 20 aspirants committed suicide, and many students have raised the question. We struggled a lot for the preparation of this, and at last the question paper is leaked. What will be the outcome? And this has led to a massive, a very large question, a very big question to the ministry. So the agitators at the Jantar Mantar agitated for nearly over 30 days, and now the HRD minister has resigned over this, and the new HRD minister Prahlad Joshi from Karnataka has overtaken the HRD ministry now. Let us discuss how this is going to solve the problem. Our students are here. To my right is Yashvita, Arpita, Sinchana and Nagapranith, who are going to speak for the topic. That is, the Union HRD Minister's resignation will solve the problem. And to my left is Nayana, Madhu, Swarnagauri and Monish. They are going to say against the topic, that is, HRD Minister's resignation is not going to solve anything. It's only a... Let's debate.
Yes, I strongly believe that the resignation of our former Union HRD Minister Dharmendra Pradhan is going to fix the problem to a greater extent. Such a resignation would send a message that those in position of responsibilities are accountable for major failures, and it would also make the upcoming ministers alert and make them be more cautious and careful towards strengthening the education system, implementing strict security measures, and also making sure that such mistakes do not happen again. And moreover, when a leader is held accountable, the entire education system becomes responsible, from policy makers to examination authorities. And this encourages stronger efforts to protect our hard work and dreams of millions of students.
I probably feel like the resignation of HRD minister is an emotion, but it's the first step of accountability. It is because of the NEET paper leak that we have lost around 20 aspirants of the country. These are not just statistics, these are our future doctors, daughters and sons of India. It is very sad, but who gonna bring them back? The government? No. The government must understand the trauma of the aspirants and their parents. So we see the CJP and the Gen Z are protesting across the country. It's not just an anger, but it's the question for true democracy. I think there is nothing wrong in asking for the resignation of such minister who is not concerned about our future. I ask, do we want to really support a minister who is not concerned about us, or to stand with the youths who are worried about the future? So when the system fails, then I think the responsibility should be taken by the head.
I strongly believe that the resignation of HRD minister would bring some changes in the government and bring some awareness in the upcoming ministers. Protesting is not just the gathering of the angry people. It is the voices raising for their justice and the inconvenience happened for them. Thousands of students gathered at Jantar Mantar in New Delhi protesting against the inconvenience happened for them. So the government earns respect when it takes responsibility to correct the mistakes which are done by them and not by hiding them.
Yes, the resignation of our union HRD minister is a solution, as millions of students have lost faith in their fair merit system after these leakages. They studied for days and nights, burning their money and time, but they did not get the result. So, when the people asked the question for the resignation of the HRD minister, the minister resigned, and now the government gets some time to think what to do next. In a panic situation, no one can decide what to do next, and even if he decides, it's not in a correct manner. So now, as the HRD minister is resigned, the protesting has been stopped. Now the government got the time to think what to do next, and is calmly and correct next.
My friends to the opposite side gave very insightful information for the topic, but I strongly stand against the topic that the resignation of HRD minister would solve the future problems, because the NEET paper leak happened due to the bad management at National Testing Agency NTA, and the minister does not control these local examination centers, and forcefully asking the minister to resign would let many corrupt officers and private vendors to escape. We must fire against the corrupt officers, and changing the examination from offline test papers to online computer examinations with strong digital codes would stop the corruption mafia rather than political drama.
I strongly oppose the idea of the resignation of a single HRD minister, because there are many other people involved in it and are hiding behind him. Right from the independence, there were many paper leaks under different governments and people did not protest, and now they are protesting against the government, and we are not sure that in the upcoming years we will be having other paper leaks or not. So instead of demanding the resignation of a single minister, we need to be demanding of better education system by bringing strict laws and strengthening it.
I stand firmly against the topic because today millions of students are hurt, frustrated and anxious about their future. I understand their pain, but let me ask a question. Can resignation restore their lost opportunities? No. Will it erase the stress and uncertainty? Probably no. So resignation can satisfy the public anger but not the broken system. And the parents should choose those kind of schools which comprises value of good quality of education, moral values and the sports which withholds the stress. And recently in 2K26 annual board exam of 12th, that is PUC, the student can secure second rank, but he is unable to figure out top 1000th rank in either JEE or NEET.
As Gen Z, we are tired of seeing one person become villain every time the system fails. We want accountability, not scapegoats. The HRD minister didn't set the question paper, didn't print it, didn't transport it, or didn't pass it over to the exam centers. Those responsibilities are carried out by different people and agencies. The expert committee itself says that there are at least 12 loopholes where the paper can be leaked. So how is it fair to blame only one person?
Yes, I too firmly believe that the resignation of our union HRD minister was needed, as his irresponsibility led to the death of 21 aspirants of India, and also the waste of time of all the NEET students whoever have attended the protest. If he was at least in 2K24, if he was responsible and minimized the loopholes which were present in the examination, it would have not happened the second time. But he did not try to minimize the loopholes, so it happened for the second time, and the students lost their lives. So what is the use of keep having a person in the top position when he cannot learn from his mistakes, and he is even continuing those mistakes and carrying out them for the future generation? So if we try to punish him now, the future generation would be careful and cautious so that all the loopholes would be covered and this kind of incident won't happen again.
Every student's dream deserves justice, and every parent's sacrifice deserves respect, and any faultiness in the government deserves accountability. We have known that changes begin when people refuse to stay silent, and we have witnessed the Sonam Wangchuk's 28 days of hunger strike, and he have fought peacefully and made the government to listen to his words. And the Gen Zs are protesting against the government, raising their voices, demanding for fairness, transparency and justice. And by this we'll get to know that when public stands united for justice, accountability it itself follows.
Every year, about 25 lakhs of students appear for NEET, out of which 5 lakhs appear second or third time. So they leave their house, they spend years for coaching, and they put their heart and soul into it. Think about, if the paper get leaked, then what about the students who prepared for 1 year? They have to throw their all revision plans and start again. Then who will answer for their hard works and their parents' sacrifice and their sleepless nights? If the system collapse this badly, then what the necessary action should be taken is the resignation of HRD minister.
If it is not we, the Gen Z, who is going to raise the voice for a change in the system, who is going to question the government when the students are treated very unfairly, who is going to change the destiny of millions of students, and who is going to build a better future? We Gen Z do not remain silent, and we are always there to question and to demand accountability and to fight for an education system which respects every student's efforts and makes sure that every student's dream has a chance to succeed. And if it is not we, then who else? And if it is not now, then when? And if it is not for this, then what else? And because of this youth's protest, the union government has come up with a new bill which is going to address this issue, and this is a major victory of the protesters.
The protest brought up by the Cockroach Janata Party not only has the intention of the NEET paper leak but also to suppress the ruling political party, and this has become an advantage to the opposition political parties to add fuel to the fire. As my friend Ashwita has already mentioned about the bill that is going to be passed in the Lok Sabha today, that is going to punish the irregularities, do you think that the opposition parties will let it to pass? I definitely say it will not allow. And the opposition political parties only want the gimmicks and drama and political mileage. They are neither concerned about the students' welfare nor about the public opinion.
If the loophole remains, replacing the person will only change the name of the person on the office door. But the same weak paper, the same security gaps, the same risks still continue. So instead of replacing the person, repair the process. Until the system is repaired, changing the minister is like changing the driver of the car with failed brakes. So the resignation of the education minister will not make the paper leak proof.
My respectable opponents are demanding only one thing, the resignation of the HRD minister. But let me ask a simple question for them. If the leakage of paper continues in the future, are they going to change ministers for every year? No, right? So just instead of focusing on the resignation of the minister, just focus on the root cause. The parents who encourage the children and the coaching mafia of the institution who encouraged the students to do malpractices should be blamed, but not the HRD minister. Don't they know about the contributions of the Dharmendra Pradhan has he introduced NEP and NCEF in 2020, but they are not recognizing them, but just they are talking about the resignation. The resignation can change only the person in the office, but not the broken system. The resignation can change only the minister, but only reforms can change the millions of Indians' future.
In most of the educational institutions, students are given questions prior their examinations. So students usually rely upon these helps for getting good marks, which the institution also wants. And these so-called helps encourage students to indulge in such kind of malpractices like selling or purchasing the question papers which are leaked. And this shows that the root of the education system in India is corrupt. And we, the people, are foolish as we flock around many corporate colleges by seeing their false ranks. As evident that recently, All India 6th IIT ranker, Mr. J. Krishna visited our school for addressing us with his speech. There we got to know that he was offered nearly a crore to be claimed as a student of some corporate colleges, although he was a self-studying student. And thereby I conclude this debate by telling that parents should prefer the institutes which give the students not only grades but also some all-round knowledge and all-round development. Thank you. Though we have a different opinion on the debate, but we have common opinion.
That is, our school management or the teachers do not encourage such kind of malpractices.